Way before Netflix and chill, we had Blockbuster and a booty call. A time when you could judge someone's entire personality just based on whether they rented Braveheart or Biodome. So if you weren't born until the current century, I'm sorry to say that you missed out on the golden age of cinema. Back when you had to physically go to a store to rent a movie. But fear not, my sweet digital children, your savior has arrived. I'm taking you back to that glorious era to show you the top 10 90s movies that slapped so hard they left a permanent VHS scar on my soul. Brought to you exclusively by flannel shirts and beanie babies. Number 10, Goodfellas. The Godfather sipped wine contemplatively so that Goodfellas could do a line of coke and hijack a truck full of VCRs. Goodfellas is everything The Godfather wasn't. Fast, chaotic, vulgar, impulsive. It also showed both sides of the gangster life. The glamour, and the part where you end up in a shallow grave in the middle of nowhere, because you said,
"Funny how?"
in a tone that implied you might also be funny. You're not. And I am not amused. Honorable mentions to Heat and Casino, thus completing the unofficial Robert De Niro organized crime trilogy of the 90s. Number 9, The Silence of the Lambs. A psychological thriller that's scarier than most horror movies, without jump scares, gore, or any ancient haunted demon dolls whispering nursery rhymes. The most recent of only 3 films in history to win Oscars in all 5 of the biggest major categories. Anthony Hopkins got his with only 16 minutes of screen time. Hannibal Lecter will live rent-free in your brain for the rest of your life, and probably cause you to pee-pee yourself at the most inconvenient times. Not to mention the fact that it completely ruined
fava beans and a nice Chianti
for an entire generation. Number 8, and I'm already cheating, it's the 90s comedy movie Megamix. Groundhog Day, There's Something About Mary, The Birdcage, Office Space, Friday, Clueless, and all that crazy Adam Sandler shit. The 90s were an absolute explosion of weird, iconic comedies that shouldn't have worked at all, but they did. Clueless was a glittery time capsule of 90s mall culture. Office Space, the bleak prophecy of corporate hell wrapped in TPS reports. And SNL alone was responsible for at least 17 million comedies in the 90s. They just kept launching sketch comedians into feature films, like trebuchets flinging fart jokes into the cultural zeitgeist. Number 7, Terminator 2 Judgment Day. It's the blueprint, the action movie all other action movies will be held up against. Forever. Absolutely insane special effects for 1991. Robert Patrick runs like a haunted printer and convinced us all that liquid metal was the coolest thing ever. It's got action, heart, a child swearing, and an Austrian death machine learning to love. What more could you possibly want? Number 6, Toy Story. Honorable mentions to all the other amazing 90s Disney movies. Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, The Lion King, all great. In fact, they're the reason we have all these wacky Disney adults on the loose now. You're welcome. But as great as all those others were, this spot has to go to Toy Story, the real game changer. The first full-length CGI film. Also, the first movie to give kids an existential crisis about abandoning their toys. Pixar asked us all, what if toys had feelings? And launched an entire cinematic universe of emotional damage. Woody has a full-blown identity crisis. And Buzz literally thinks he's Space Jesus with a laser pointer. Before we move on, a quick break for a word from our sponsor. That last segment was brought to you by Crippling Emotional Trauma. Now available on VHS, Laserdisc, and haunting memories near you. Number 5, the crazy, huge, blockbuster spectacle movie of the 90s. Many of you, hearing that, probably think that I'm going to say Titanic. It's not Titanic, no matter how hot Kate Winslet is. So now you're thinking, well, in that case, it has to be Jurassic Park. Wrong again, bozo. It's not Jurassic Park either, no matter how hot the Velociraptor is. No, the correct answer has Gary Oldman dressed like a dystopian Lego, Chris Tucker as a neon banshee, and Bruce Willis as, well, Bruce Willis. Of course, I'm talking about The Fifth Element. The sets, the costumes, the story, they all scream spectacle. It's space couture chaos. It's like Barbarella had a baby with a lava lamp and raised it on dubstep and French cigarettes. Number 4, and I'm cheating again with a double feature, Fargo and the Big Lebowski. 2 wildly different masterpieces from the same set of weird uncles, the Coen brothers. Fargo is a brutal crime story wrapped in Midwest nice, murder, snow, and those accents.
The heck do you mean?
The Big Lebowski is about bowling, rugs, nihilism, and being aggressively chill in the face of complete chaos. Not to mention the fact that the dude became a literal religion. One is cold, quiet, and precise, and the other is loud, messy, and drunk on White Russians. Together, they form the sacred duality of Midwestern chaos.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Donnie! Top 3, no more cheating, I promise. Number 3, Fight Club. Ah yes, the movie that launched 1 million dorm room posters and exactly 0 functional relationships. Fight Club is the edgy, misunderstood older brother of 90s cinema. It's a sharp critique of consumerism that half the audience took as an endorsement of toxic masculinity. To be very clear for the slow kids in the back of the room, Tyler Durden is not the hero. He's a walking red flag in sunglasses. Still, David Fincher created a stylishly gritty descent into madness, peppered with snarky philosophical musings. And of course an honorable mention to Seven, the other great David Fincher-Brad Pitt collaboration with a dark tone and a twist ending. Number 2, The Matrix.
Whoa.
Cyber Messiah wakes up in a robot-controlled hell simulation and says,
Whoa.
I know Kung Fu. Meanwhile, Morpheus is out here dropping philosophy bombs like a club bouncer with tenure. It made everyone wear sunglasses indoors and ask if spoons are real. Society has never recovered, and we've all been caught in an existential spiral ever since. Philosophy, bullet time, leather trench coats. This movie rewired our collective brains and made red pills a thing before angry dudes on the internet ruined it. The Wachowskis had us all follow the White Rabbit down into Plato's cave, which they had converted into a leather daddy dungeon rave. Honorable mention to movies that got overshadowed by The Matrix, but were also great. Dark City, Existence, Run Lola Run, and of course Keanu's earlier over-the-top sci-fi adventure, Johnny Mnemonic. And number 1, Pulp Fiction, the crown jewel of the 90s. Still Tarantino's best movie ever, over 30 years later. Non-linear storytelling that somehow makes perfect sense. Dance scene, a gimp, a glowing briefcase, and a royale with cheese. This movie gave us so much and asked only that we pretend these people speak like normal humans and not jazz-obsessed theater kids with body counts. Endlessly quotable, effortlessly cool, iconic, untouchable. It's like someone dared Quentin Tarantino to write Shakespeare with a cocaine nosebleed, and he said, "Hold my beer." A movie so iconic that I had to have this.
That's it. It's the one that said bad motherfucker.
Thank you, Auntie. Rapid fire bonus round. Lots of movies too good to leave off the list. Spielberg's war trauma double feature, Saving Private Ryan and Schindler's List. Hard Truth Cinema, Boys in the Hood and Menace to Society. The 90s horror resurrection, Scream and the Blair Witch Project. The twist ending Hall of Fame of The Sixth Sense and The Usual Suspects. Timeless dramas, Unforgiven, The Shawshank Redemption, Good Will Hunting, and of course Tombstone, R.I.P. Val Kilmer. And of course The Onslaught, bombastic 90s action extravaganza. Think Michael Bay and John Woo. Con Air, Face Off, Speed, Demolition Man, The Rock, Total Recall, True Lies, Armageddon, Point Break, and of course the first ever Mission Impossible movie. I saw it like 5 times in theaters. These movies were so powerful that my uncle claims Con Air cured his IBS, and I believe him. And there you have it, the 10 most essential films of the 1990s. Plus 40 more just to keep you crazy kids off the streets and off drugs. Watch them. Quote them. argue with strangers on the internet about them. Go dust off that VCR, slap a Be Kind Rewind sticker on your soul, and remember, if your childhood didn't include late fees and weirdly sticky plastic cases, you weren't truly living. Sadly, Blockbuster is dead. Long live pizza grease on clamshell cases, and the unholy scream of a VHS tape getting eaten alive. See you in hell, cinephiles! Hey, if you're a big fan of how my shirt and hair just magically changed, make sure to hit that like button. Let me know in the comments what's your favorite 90s movie. And subscribe for more batshit crazy movie reviews and life advice.